season. No, let's just call that.
Having lost my own son, I would inflict such a
Made the princess back in her own blood. Go to Dragonstone and strike down with the array.
Bitch queen.
send me to my death into triumph and glory.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea. I am indebted to you.
Well, it's we're gonna be answer.
Apologies for her. It must presume that the princess has refused the overtures. The courts that there is no inevitable.
You struck down each hope it was a mistake. Do you accept me as your queen and lord? I can't trust you, dear.
I will fly to Aragorn and set our toehold in the Riverlands.
Take vengeance back or watch your Kingsland. I will be vigilant.
Do it like,
Rat catchers.
what have you done? I haven't had the maggot infested with comforts. I could not say which man it was.
Then why tell us your name instead of judgment, you vicious?
Remove your badge, Sir Otter. Give it to Coons.
Now he's got all this power.
Yes, take it down.
A moment.
Forgive me.
Quick. Oh, wow. Did you see that?
You get that thing up.
Well enough for killing that one.
Put the boundary stones back. We didn't move them. Did they move themselves then? Just rolled their way over so racking cows could fill their bellies on blackwood grass. Fuck the size. Fuck you. baby. What did you say? Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer. Your uncle declared for Aegon, did he? Well then, let me tell you, Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight. You're both raven. Listen, drugs! You wouldn't dare. Here's the basest of villains. His son is agree with his brother.
Can't fault him for keeping his oath.
What of those who sent him?
What a hightower living matters. Potter blood has prevailed. Young men are taking the bit in their teeth and wish to punish to the bench. Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. But it's easy enough if they usurped my throne. That is my answer. Or was it when the child was led? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemond's eye? He'd eaten up the wife and none of it will matter. Their desire to kill and burn takes hold of the reason is strong.
That's
There
a
may
joker.
be another way. Alison Hightower. When last we met, Alison said I would make a fine queen. If she would have found since then, she kept me in the unsought words that she knows what was coming. That it will be such a little compare. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin. And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
Yeah.
I do not believe she would say. She sent a raven. But you don't care to do with it. What she did is not her with the men about her. She permitted it. As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
No, she did not.
Alison is in Kingsland. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
Hungry? They'll be waiting. Your Grace, my lord. Forgive my lateness.
Important business, no doubt.
You've appointed new knights to the King's Guard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost. That's ridiculously so.
Sir Eric was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He fell because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
As now, it already has. House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Protector. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself was slain.
Good. First blood in our name. Both sides to carry losses, Your Grace. Certainly we can declare this a victory. The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudges and true war. Call it what you will. I call it war. And so will Dragonstone. The question is, what are we going to do about it? We send the Raven to Lord Tully. These houses are his vassals, are they not? He must control them.
Lord Grover Tully is a vassal. Who controls cock and cow.
Do you have any better suggestions, Lord Jasper?
Your Lord Uncle Orm passes from Oaktown. They have a great host, Your Grace. And Baron's dragon is fighting age. All of them to suppress the rebellion.
Alas, they are months away. My Lord Brother Jason has raised a great army against the Broken. In a matter of weeks, he will be able to harass the Blackwoods from the west.
Do not need to unite these armies and then strike as one.
The great military mind of the Citadel. Do remind me, don't you think you are ashamed to announce the war?
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had is to be of any use.
Riverland for Keith. Aaron orders the Keith for Riverland. I will add what I can must take out, then I know, then I train.
We need time to raise the numbers to challenge the river.
Speed is my ally. I will turn the crown land houses who declared for a caravel slash their sons to our own, and then turn west, where I will enlist the Dragons, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
So impatient to run so few men. So like to be destroyed by those stronghold you be. Bold scheme
Oh,
indeed.
the gods save the bold.
Did not necessary.
What say you, my king?
And you take Aemond and Vhagar.
Vhagar will remain here to defend the city.
Good.
To war, then.
I'll come to it with some fight.
Egon,
Your Grace. You'll need a dragon. That plan is not to draw attention.
What will you do if you encounter one or more of Rhaenyra's dragons? Shall want to answer for Sir Aaron.
We will be more likely to encounter one if we feel one of our own.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother.
It's a brave thought.
You cannot risk your loss. I'm as fierce as I live.
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring more. I was not believed at first.
You saved my life.
It was the life of a queen one of these days.
You wish to be rewarded.
As I would think you would wish to reward me.
What price would you set?
A place to a court.
You said your earnest desire was to flee westwards.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have without it. I'm not often surprised.
One turn for another then.
I know the workings of the Red Keep and the movements of those who serve there. That is worth more than gold to you now.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the high towers for what they have done. To me, to those who serve,
I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you are showing yourself to be merciful.
I hope you do not confuse mercy with violence.
Are they always like this?
Sea smoke, my late good husband's dragon. It's growing restless and greedy. I can't know why.
Maybe it's lonely.
Raina. Your Grace. I decided to send Geoffrey to ward my cousin, Lady Jane Arrow. She was pledged to the army in return for a dragon. So she was. Aegon and Viserys will come to a place of greater safety can be found.
Perhaps Caesar's better hatchling.
And Storm I want you to go with them. The Red Keep is in disarray. We have sent one assassin in the night, and their dragons are ever a short flight away. The secret once further to Penton's anyway.
Where my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros. Write to Prince Reggio if he will have you, then go to him. I'm sorry to put this on you. It breaks my heart to send my boys away, not knowing when I'm seeing you, but you have seen what may befall you. Raina, I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them, guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister.
I can barely hear it because she has a dragon. I cannot promise to make you happy, but I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Your Grace.
Aaron Howard. Damn. Rex is so cool.
They're claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so. I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra, House Targaryen, as to her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new. Silver is venison, black cabbage and peas. No red currant. Sorry about that. That venison is well aged. Shame to let it waste.
I've survived many a battle. I do not mean to be felled by poison bees.
I'll admit that my cook's peas aren't exactly the summer legend.
That's an easy way to kill a dragon rider.
If you've not yet surmised you are welcome.
What is your lord? Darius Joel. He who sits in the fourth court.
Darius Carthorton is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family. Do you not think it's strange that his father, my nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too, in this damn place? It was the first fire here since Valerian ended the line of Harrow the Black. Even in summer we struggle to light the hearts. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your grace.
Forgive me, I'd only assumed that as
So
constant.
we are reminded of the seriousness of assumption.
Indeed. Your Grace. What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. But perhaps that has escaped your attention.
It is also, not to be argumentative, something of a state of disrepair, since your forebear incinerated much of it with his dragon.
Well, that is precisely why we must make it to a state of repair.
Even if we possess the coin, my prince. Your Grace, to what possible end?
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhal is of the size of it to garrison.
You should know that a substantial number of those swords have now declared and are presently at war. Ours is Bracken and Blackwood and wrongly testimony.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin begets sin.
Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail. It's said that he can no longer speak, nor seal his mouths. Begging your pardon for the impression. His grip on his banner is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless. People should obey their liege lord,
Yeah.
whatever his condition. Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen my these parts.
I don't ask, Your Grace, if you are successful, or when you are successful. What then?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair made of swords.
Old Town? still have the red key.
Your host is master and ready to march.
So, Kristen, may I present my brother, Sir Graham Hightower, arrived last night from London.
Kristen. Mayhaps, I should say. My Lord Anne.
So we're over to King's Landing.
How exhilarating to arrive at court after 3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as hand. By a man from such modest beginnings. Pitying stone.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you to battle.
We have a full complement of Bruce.
Then you should have a follow-on.
The march will be hard, sir.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen. Sister.
May the seven guide you. Good night. And leave you not to shadow death.
I thank your Grace for her prayers. And request that she grant her favour. That her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings. In his heart. Your Grace.
It's going to be hard to hand to put 2 and 2 together and get 4. Let them messing around. King's Road.
Still no sightings. No men, no horses, no ships, no dragons.
Good. Then we must seize the hour and act before our enemy does. They have penetrated our castle walls, and now the riverlands are aflame after the battle of the Burning Mill. How fares Prince Damon with our army?
There has been no word from Prince David, Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause and burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the same calculation.
The value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. The Greens understand it. The Vale and the North will send to them. We must give Damon time.
Your Grace, you have witnessed firsthand just how vulnerable you are. Prince Damon is abroad, and Egan's factions are enraged at the death of his son. You have never been so exposed. Perhaps it's secreting yourself some safe.
While we remain here as a source of destruction for the enemy.
He proposed to conduct the war in my house.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason.
Uh-huh.
You're
Sit down.
fortunate to get no further. This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire. To her is the conciliator, a prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other. Even Aegon the Conqueror's.
Now put that in your little notebook. Read it before
So
you
how
go
do
to
they
bed.
fare? The ditherers of Dragonstone.
Nearest house is wayward. It's a hard task. Let's hope she will rise to it. But I fear she'll need you by her side sooner than later.
It's bread, still warm.
Broth too, I think, so
I'm no longer an invalid.
I bade farewell to Raina before I retired.
I wish I were. I will fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but Catholic babes.
One of those babes is your heir.
Geoffrey. A boy of 6 who knows nothing of the sea, and yet somehow
Would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods. Rain may dare to travel.
Raina, Lord of the Tides. The girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Raina or there is John. They're soon to be passing speaker ships on the ocean's north.
Then we must hope to see our way forward in time.
And if there is no time, we are at war, Corners. Something must befall you.
Then it is well that I am a good sailor. I have much to attend to.
Tell her you love her, buddy. What if she dies? Jesus, so beautiful.
I cannot spare a fighting dragon, but I simply can. Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow. Which is for you to remind Lady Jane of her pledge, and persuade her of the urgency of her need.
Go safely, sister.
I will be safe enough, far away from any danger with only babes to nurse me.
You do a great service. And when you yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not call me later. At least that take me.
I meant no insult. We each do what we can. And here, I think, is some consolation.
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable. These eggs are even more fragile. But should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future. Your Grace.
Keep them out of way. In case something happens, they'll be alive. Responsibility. As far as the rules. The theory is that 3 of those dragons are the ones that Danny gets in the future. It's hard to do.
feel sad about your parents. But I ought not to, I think. As people die all the time, especially babes. They're so little, so they're taken so easily.
Sadness is only a condition of birth. There's naught to be gained from it.
That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than I will, ladies.
The strange culture is all. Queen of The strange culture is all. Queen of common end. You have as much claim to grief as anyone.
And you?
I loved your parents, but my concern is what you have endured. Helena,
I forgive you.
what?
I said that I forgive you.
Since you, Your Grace,
She knows that if she had
Delirium
Kristen,
worth more than a castle. Decide to stir the passions. Egg on the conqueror, reborn.
Just give up a bit.
What is your business? No realness that the king readies himself to fly to war. What is it to you? Only that I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemies and his bodyguards, scattered to beasts and his court to ruin to a degree. What exquisite honor?
I was given the conqueror's name and his crown, so I shall wear his armor to war. I fly to meet Sir Kristen.
Small imposition before you depart, then, Your Grace.
he will be the hand.
There are diverse rumours whispered from the streets of your city. One such is that Your Grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them. Another is that his Grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Kristen, so the Queen Alice may reign in his absence, with Prince aiming at her throne. So, of course.
Who spreads these lies?
Matters little. Tales take my life on the run. My weeds, unless they are tended.
Tend to them then. Lord Laris, my father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. And yet, I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
You honour me, Your Grace.
You have the one.
Shall we escort you to the Dragon Pit, Your Grace?
I think mayhaps I should fly another day.
It does seem wise, on reflection. Come out with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire who wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman. You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
That's Your Grace.
It's a little bit older than what it is. He's a dragon, so no.
Quite a
That's him.
I'm not sure how much we're talking. Although, you know, a wet whistle works wonders. Yeah, my darling, walk the planet. Walk yourself next to be on deck.
That's the girl that got raped.
You, man of Dawn?
Don't be shy. Yes, I am. The part of Westeros my house never settled. Although it said even Dawn mourned the passing of my grandson. Is that so? Who was your grandson? They call him the Conciliator. King Jaehaerys. 1,000 apologies. Please continue. I wish you could tell me this. Your cost from my head. You are setting your Targaryen. I'm the son of Baelor the Brave, bastard brother to Prince Daemon and the late King Viserys, uncle to the one true Queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen. The blood of the dragon runs through his veins, and yes, men will take my hand for it. A dragon seed must watch his own neck when he has no white cloak guardsman to do it for him. You do not look very much like King Viserys. Or Prince Daemon. How do you know what they look like? He speaks truth right enough. Look, you can tell. I said, yeah, because I'm their half brother. I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Valari.
He's my nephew.
All hail the king!
All hail the king!
Drinks for all! With the pleasure of the crown! Sit down. Sit yourself down. Sit! Come on, then! It's nice.
A little tame, but the good faces and it's getting worse. I know, just a G to be my boy.
Nope.
She's about 3 times the price. Oh, you're good. Her name is Sylvie, or Sylvie, or something like that.
Aemon the Fierce! You have come so far, and yet you still lie with your very first.
What a fine, sweet thing. Did you fuck her like a hound?
Woo! 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 You see, I do not exaggerate.
Such is the madam prowess that even now my brother will not stop enough.
Not like your squire though. As you can see, she's now very much occupied.
Your squire is welcome to her.
One more is as good as another.
Wonder what that smirk was about. Or maybe he realizes he's doing it because he's great. He's like, this is my task. Oh. Stuff. Just seriously. Trees. Okay, I'm jealous.
So wait, our company has come back up on the cold hard ground, which is why we make the boat. It's happened with an excellent reputation on the Rugby Road, not 2 miles away, if memory serves.
We managed to make the first strike in the name of His Grace.
I assure you, my nephew will not grudge me a night of company. If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at First Light. Or if their wine is good, perhaps they won't.
We're exposed.
What? Cole? Get to the trees!
I would have let her see me. I would have flown all the way up. Go, get him! Get him! Burn him, burn him, burn him. Dracarys. Woo! Really turn him into crispy bacon. Go, 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 go! Burn! I'm sorry, but I don't care for the forest. Just start running a circle. Yeah.
Southern!
I could show you some Kristen. I think you're dead.
They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting. You must move under the trees by cover of dark starting tonight.
And no fucking ends.
Sir Kristen Cole. With some half-dozen other knights, I'm sure of it. Perhaps a scout party for a greater army.
Ravens confirm that your grace. Lord Fang has reported a larger force moving northeast toward Crosby.
Could you be certain it was on such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Your Grace, we can
commend the Lady Baylor for her sharp eyes. But we can tarry no longer. The time for action is surely now.
Your Grace, I must agree, and request your permission to return to Rook's Rest and fortify my lands.
Swing fret, Lord Simon. They'll be making for Harrishurst.
'Tis Prince Damon who wants to worry.
Prince Damon has directions.
Cole will look to increase his numbers, and he may call upon a dragon of his own.
This is why you must act now, Your Grace. Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
Oh, I'm dead just as much as anybody who is supposed to talk right now.
I have heard your arguments. I will consider them.
I don't know, but I wish Rainice would say something. Give her counsel. There's supposed to be like a curse on here.
We're coming and going on. And I have to clean up afterwards.
You will die in this place.
Thank you.
Your Grace.
What do you know of the movements of Alice Hotel?
Would you take her hostage? Or kill her outright?
I would speak with her myself.
I think that would be easier.
Yeah.
If war can be averted, it is my duty to avert it. I have reason to believe she may be the same opinion. She sent a raven. She has expressed her remorse.
We can have a message brought to her in secret.
She would not agree to it. She would suspect some subterfuge. As would I if I received such a message. I must see her face to face.
She's the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her. Unless it is forced.
Speak it.
There are fishing boats plenty in the bay. The city depends on them. Damon knew the journey had ended.
But I can recognize.
You may be surprised to learn it, but most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen or lowered herself with the eyes of men.
So I make my way to the rescue by Reation and ring the bell. Or do I scale the wall and enter a hand?
There is one place Alicent goes, outside the castle walls, where you may yet find her alone.
I don't answer.
No. I'm asleep. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Then before I killed you. And then what? I've become bad. We watched the tourney together, you and I. The day my brother was born. We knew even then that men trained for battle are eager to fight, to see blood and glory. But you, I know you do not have that desire within you. My niece has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come. So you've come to surrender. I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are restless, they smell battle. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now. You've no army. Your allies turned from you in the hit of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime I could never have imagined. Your trespass was not.
Oh, so we will. I am a mother to you, and you're here to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act. Oh, my, of course you do.
I'm usurping my rightful inheritance. Are you now to consider that you will conscience the suffering and death of thousands in order that your populace...
Your father changed his mind.
Oh, so you say. You say your father's proclaimed the realm.
I saw the king that night.
Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. A right he upheld steadfastly every day of his life after my mother died. And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant. You lie. My father loved me, Alison. And I believe he loved you too. She betrayed him at the very last. When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so huge?
He changed his mind.
Oh, yeah. He changed his mind.
No, he did not. What did he say?
I have been at times unkind and never untrue. I pronounced fraud that in every way you make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
Yep.
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name? He was weary. It's hard at times to understand that he spoke in God's name. He says he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm. What? I desire peace as you do, not instead. Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised. Did he? Yes, he did. He spoke to you of the song of ice and fire.
Girl, you don't know what you're playing with. That's why you should have done all this shit.
About Egon the Conqueror.
Oh, so now you realize you messed up. Oh! Oh, you messed up. Because he was not talking about your Aegon. Oh, you fucked up. Because those were his last names was Aegon, the prince that was promised. The song of ice and fire.
There's no mistake, there's been no mistake. Please.
Admit to it!
You can prevent this, Alison. Terrible wars, you know. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind. There's a blood. Rather than mistake.
Yes, there is.
My father is gone from cold.
Oh my god.
Guns are marching.
Send Ravens out. Call them back.
So that's what Ava is. It's her son.
Oh my god. Woman.
It's too late, baby.
No, it's not! Oh my god. Oh my god. You fucked up! And you realize that now it's not too late. Send Ravens. Call them back. Oh my god.
She knows where she has no choice. She may be out of there before she gets out.
Oh my god. That right there was like, she doesn't fucking care. She just decided she does not care. Therefore, she is my enemy.
So,
God, what a fucking bitch. The dawning of realization in her eyes when she realized she heard the wrong thing. Oh my god. There's been a mistake. Oh my god, girl, you are fucking delusional. Oh my god.
she doesn't want to face
The reality of what she's done. Because it's like last episode when she told Otto, I have sinned, he said, I do not wish to hear of it. That was him basically saying, I don't want to hear my number one person that's supposed to be on my side, is supposed to also mirror my ideals and my morals, my ambitions and goals, to admit that they did something wrong. Because if that happens, then I have to acknowledge that they did something wrong. Therefore, all the other things I did have to be acknowledged too. Then we have to sit here in this shit pot that we stirred together, knowing we did it. But he doesn't want to hear that because he doesn't want to admit to himself that he did wrong.
Only weeks ago, my Lord husband was alive,
Delusion.
and the realm was at peace. On my behalf, the king, your father, was. Tread carefully. On what?
all who refuse will have their death.
God.
You're afraid, sir.
Worse, rational.
The belief that I was you like the road. I needed to know that there was no other path. No, I didn't.
Hold to your courage. Hold to your wits.
He was sent the dragons. Horror I have just used cannot be for a crown alone.
Yeah. It's not about the throne. It's not about the crown. It's not about who gets to be in charge.
Decide your fate on the field of battle, and defeat whatever stands in your way. The Iron Throne is there for the taking. Prove the Iron Throne is there for the taking. Prove that you were meant to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
For Rhaenyra, it's really an outlandish risk to try and go to Allison and say we are the only two people left at either of these councils that have the power, influence, and desire to see about a peaceful end to this thing.
Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Yeah.
Uncle declared for Aegon.
She now realized also
Aegon
on top of that
Targaryen.
that she was so ambitious to have power
The
that
Brackens
she
and the Brackens are
is
ancient
refusing
foes and rivals.
to,
One of the big
or
ideas
she
about
was,
this
she's
series
really
is
choosing to
generational
ignore
conflict.
the truth and her
That's
own
the
denial.
Blackwoods and the Brackens when we first find them, which is a sort of microcosm of
She heard
where
Aegon
House Targaryen is getting to. They happen to have the two largest armies in the Riverlands. It's 40,000 swords if they all come together under one banner.
I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrow.
Bold scheme indeed.
Oh, the gods favor the bold.
They did not favour Sir Harry.
One of the pivotal scenes is the first day of Cole's work as Hand. We've always seen Cole as a strong, brooding guy. And this was a moment to peel back all those layers and understand what it's like alone in a room with himself.
It's such a massively anxiety-inducing day for him because the Hand of the King is a diplomat's role, and he's always been sworn protector to the Queen. Now that duty of care has been passed on to someone else, and suddenly all eyes are on him. That's a very nerve-wracking thing.
Cole is a terrible choice to be Hand of the King.
Yeah.
Aegon's ultimate goal is to have someone who is a feared warrior but not a great politician because he doesn't want to be outshone.
To war then.
I'll come too with sunfire.
Aegon, your grace.
Aegon has this insecurity that drives a great sense of confidence.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
In this case, he wants to wear the king's armor. He wants to visually push himself forward as a leader.
Aegon is not thinking tactically, he's being impulsive. It's the same old trends in him. His self-awareness is growing, and not in a good way for him because he's becoming more aware of how much of a fraud he is. And it's eating him from the inside out.
As it should. Because he was not supposed to be on the throne.
Daemon, in the most basic ways, has a fight with his wife, gets in his car, and runs off to Harrenhal to conquer it.
Daemon has gone in his wisdom to try and make amends, I think. We've got to go and march on King's Landing. We need an army, and at the moment we don't really have an army.
Daemon is hoping to meet some resistance in there. He's looking for it, but he's frustrated in the fact that he can't find it because the castle is so poorly occupied.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
Simon Strong is Lionel Strong's uncle. He has no loyalty to his family because he is a man of honor and believes that Larys burned his family.
Daemon comes in, head of steam, and all Sir Simon wants to do is have peace.
The most interesting part of the Harrenhal story is what it does to Daemon. He starts to have these hallucinations, these dreams. He's not sure what's real and not real. We know that there is a magicality, and all of a sudden he sees young Rhaenyra, and she means something to him. She meant something at that age, and it also told him that it was a dream.
His past is coming back to haunt him in broad daylight.
The real idea was to bring Daemon into contact with something in the supernatural world that he could not deny.
I decided to send Joffrey. To ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. Aegon and Viserys will accompany him. I want you to go with them.
Rhaenyra's made this immediate calculation that her family is unsafe. I mean, they got to her in her home, and there's nothing to say that they can't again. I think she sends away her youngest and most vulnerable children to protect them in a place where they're hidden away, and hopefully where they can weather the war.
The endless risk of losing one of your children, I think she perceives to be hideously compromising while she's in that grieving process. There's a decision to try and dislocate herself from her own motherhood. I cannot promise to make you happy, but I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly, for all of us.
Your Grace, I think being in a family that has so much power and feeling so powerless, it's heartbreaking when you have such a want to help. It's like confirmation to Rhaena of what she's always feared, that everyone just thinks she's pathetic.
She's also the daughter of Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon, and there's a fire burning in her as well. It's really lit by that resentment of being sent on this mission she regards as a bit demeaning.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way. Do not call me Bela. Grant me at least that dignity. I meant no insult.
Rhaena's definitely got some bitterness and jealousy towards Baela, but I think she's also like in awe of her. There's always going to be such a love there. Very classic for sisters.
Should all come to ruin here, he will bear our hope for the future.
She also sends away the 3 eggs that Daemon discovered from Syrax's clutch in season 1, and the egg of young Viserys Targaryen as an insurance policy so that all of her eggs are not in the singular Dragonstone basket, hoping that while Lady Jane Arryn wants an adult dragon to defend the Vale, the sons of House Targaryen and multiple dragon eggs will do the job.
What do you know of the movements of Alistair Hightower?
Rhaenyra sees what's coming. She's trying to put an end to it and to beseech Alicent to get her see that through. She sees it as her job as sovereign to risk herself before she risks the lives of possibly millions of the realm.
It's quite a chaotic choice, but Rhaenyra also wants to look the person who's caused her such pain in the face.
When Rhaenyra and Alicent come together, they're right back to that moment where Viserys died.
He changed his mind. I have been at times unkind, but never untrue.
She has to reckon for the first time with the idea that possibly her father changed his mind, that she lost the mandate.
But when Alicent explains that his last wish was that Aegon be king, and she starts talking about the prince that was promised, that's when Rhaenyra realizes that Viserys was talking about the prophecy.
It's a story he once told. About Aegon the Conqueror. That story and what she's told herself has given her such strength. This just throws Alicent's world into complete chaos. There's no mistake. There's been no mistake. Please.
Rulers can exploit prophecy either knowingly or unknowingly to see through their power and their influence over the realm.
Terrible wars, Yuri. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Don't let your pride blind. There's no mistake.
Rhaenyra does not get what she wants. It's not because Alicent's unwilling to hear it, it's simply because Alicent is saying, my power has been stripped away. Even if she wanted to do something, she feels like her hands are tied.
It's too late, Rhaenyra.
That causes her to have to reckon finally with going to war, and suddenly she chooses her title. She doesn't just inherit it.
Alicent and Rhaenyra are both affected by what they have lost and the history that they have with each other. You don't forget it. So the rest of the season is about embracing reality.
It's bigger, it's better.
So amazing.
Scale of season 2 has been above and beyond.
Forwards, gonna get packed.
Explosions? There is a lot of explosions.
And the whole thing's totally chaotic. It's completely shocking.
It was incredible.
Welcome.
That was really good.